What if you could unlock Caesar's Diamond status in just one day without being a high roller? No, seriously, one day, one strategy. And it works whether you're a gambler or someone who's into miles and points and wants to get the most value for their travel dollar. Plus, it's the fastest way to earn Caesar's Diamond status. Stick with me, because I'm going to show you exactly how this works, and more importantly, whether it's actually worth it for you. The first time I heard about Diamond in a Day years ago, I thought it was one of those casino myths. Like, sure, maybe if you're betting thousands per spin and have a huge bankroll. But then I did the math, went to Caesar's, and did it myself. Everything changed. Because it's not about gambling big, it's about playing smart. Especially during one very specific type of promotion. I went to Vegas during a 5 times tier credit multiplier event and earned Caesar's Diamond status. One day. Simple, got it done. You too can earn Diamond in a Day at Caesar's during a 5 times tier credit multiplier event. In this video, you'll learn exactly how to do it. And as a bonus, if you stick around till the end, you'll learn all the 5 times tier credit multiplier events for the entire year at every Caesar's location. Here's what you need to know. But first, if you already know how to earn Diamond in a Day or have watched any of my previous videos about earning Caesar's Diamond in a Day and are just here for the list of 5 times tier multiplier tier event days and locations, feel free to skip ahead. If not, sit back. Here's the deal. Normally, you need 15,000 tier credits to hit Caesar's Diamond. That's a lot. That's why you get an entire year to earn it. But during the 5 times tier credit multiplier event, Caesar's lets you fast track and get to status quicker. Let me break it down simply. If you earn 2,500 tier credits in one day during a 5 times event, now this is the sweet spot. Those 2,500 credits gets multiplied and becomes 10,000 tier credits, which is platinum status. But then Caesar's adds an additional 5,000 tier credit daily bonus for hitting that 2,500 tier credit threshold. And suddenly you're at 15,000 tier credits and boom, Diamond status instantly, like that. All in a single day, just like that. Pro tip, in case you're wondering about the math, Caesar's calls these 5 times tier days because you'll earn a maximum total of 5 times tier credits. You earn the regular 1-time tier credit plus 4 times more of that for a total of 5 times. That's why that 2,500 tier credits becomes 10,000 tier credits instead of 12,500. Because you're only multiplying by 4 and getting a total of 5 times the initial 2,500 plus an additional 4 times to make 5 times. Now this is where most people miss the opportunity. They think 5 times multiplier just means a little boost. But when you stack it with Caesar's daily bonuses, it becomes insanely powerful. Here's a quick example. If you earn 500 tier credits, it becomes 2,500 credits. Then you add the daily bonus, and now it's 2,625 total tier credits for that day. And those bonuses scale up fast. So if you earn 1,000 tier credits in a day, you get an additional 1,000 tier credit bonus. 2,500 tier credits in a day, you get a 5,000 tier credit bonus. 5,000 tier credits in a day, and it's a 10,000 tier credit bonus. Pro tip, the multiplier only applies to the initial tier credit play. The tier credits you earn from gambling, not the daily bonus. And the bonuses are not stackable. But even without that, the math is very favorable. Now let's talk about you and why you want to and should attend a 5 times tier credit multiplier event. If you're into miles and points, this is one of the fastest ways to get elite perks like no resort fees, free parking, including valet, $100 yearly celebration dinner, status matching opportunities, and free cruises. Yep. Stay tuned for an entire series on how to leverage your gambling into free cruises. I spent the past 4 years cruising for free on casino comps, basically living on cruise ships most of the year. Last year, 273 days at sea, all on casino comps. But that's a whole nother set of videos, so stay tuned. Be sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to check out those videos. If free cruises don't do it for you, here are some of the other perks of Caesars Diamond status. Free nights, comp nights, and when on dates when there are any comp-free nights, you get 15% off and free upgrades. Priority check-in lines, early check-in. So let's say you fly in early, want to drop your bags off at your room, it could be ready. And you get late checkout. Both are based on availability. Your rewards credits, gambling, dining, staying, even shopping at Caesars Resorts. And you can turn that into free play. Every 200 rewards credits, you get $1 in free play. You get priority lines at the cashier, so no standing in long lines waiting to cash out your voucher. You get a free 4-night stay at Atlantis in the Bahamas, and there are no blackout dates. You can go any time of the year, so ditch the winter, go to Atlantis. You also get status matching perks like Diamond status with Wyndham Rewards and Executive Elite status with National Car Rental. And if you're a gambler, attending a 5 times tier event day at Caesars is all about maximizing your play. It's about getting elite status without grinding for points. Here's the key. This strategy only works if you're disciplined and you understand your budget. This isn't about chasing losses. It's about leveraging a promo. Here's a few quick pro tips to make this work. But before that, if you've gotten value out of this video and have found it helpful, do me a favor, hit that like button. It really helps the channel's algorithm. Here are the pro tips. First, register before you play. You need to swipe your Caesars Rewards card at a kiosk or sign up online. If you forget this step, the multiplier does not count, and you'll be seriously bummed. There's no appeal, no reconsideration, no swipe, no registration equal no 5 times events. You lose out. So take the few seconds to swipe your card in the kiosk or sign up online. It's quick and easy. Second, slots earn faster than table games. If your goal is tier credits, slots are the most efficient route, unless you're betting big. But remember, it's all about getting to Caesars Diamond status fast without losing your shirt. Third, you don't actually need to gamble big. You need coin in, not necessarily losses. The goal is cycling money through the machine strategically. So find those low volatility machines. The ones that give you lots of small wins and let you play for a long time, racking up the tier credits while maintaining your bankroll. Find a machine you know and are comfortable with. Most importantly, know when to walk away. It's not about quitting. It's about positioning yourself to win. It's the long game. 4, plan your trip around tier multiplier days. This is where everything comes together. Here are the 2026 tier multiplier event days to keep on your radar and put on your calendar. I'm gonna list a few first and then the rest right after. March 23rd to March 29th. In Atlantic City, there's a 10 times event. So everything I've talked about earlier about 5 times credits, it's multiplied by 2 during a 10 times event. So you can earn diamond status even faster in half the amount of time during a 10 times event. These are few and infrequent, so pay attention to those dates. March 30th to April 5th. Vegas, all Caesars resorts in Vegas are having a 5 times tier event. May 25th to May 30th. In Vegas, there's a 10 times event, but it's invitation only. So check your email, check your mail, check the Caesars app to see if you got an invite. If you didn't get an invite, you can attend, but really, you're not going to get the 10 times tier multiplier. It's invite only. You could get lucky, but really no. June 22nd to 29th, there's another 5 times tier event in Vegas. And at the end of August, beginning of September, there's a 5 times tier event in Las Vegas and most other Caesars resort, because this is the Labor Day 5 times tier event. Then mid-November around Thanksgiving, in Vegas and often most other Caesars resorts, there's another 5 times tier credit multiplier. Then late December around Christmas, you have the final 5 times tier credit multiplier event for the year. It's in Vegas and often at other Caesars locations. But here's what no one else tells you, and something most people often overlook. The smaller local Caesars properties also run these promos. So you might not even need to fly out to Vegas or Atlantic City. That alone can save you hundreds. So I'm going to give you the list of all the dates for the 5 times and those infrequent 10 times events at all Caesars locations, including the smaller ones. At the end of this video, you can download a PDF of all 2026 Caesars 5 times and 10 times tier event days, broken down by month. March 23rd to 29th. These casinos are having a 10 times tier credit event. Atlantic City, Eldorado Saddle Downs, Grand Victoria Casino Elgin, Harrah's Council Bluffs, Harrah's Joliet, Harrah's Kansas City, Harrah's Northern California, Horseshoe Baltimore, Horseshoe Hammond, Horseshoe St. Louis, and Isle Casino Bettendorf. March 24th to 30th, Harrah's Metropolis is offering 10 times tier credits. March 24th to March 31st, Reno Row, which is Circus, Eldorado Reno, and Silver Legacy, are offering a 5 times tier credit event. Then on March 28th, Harrah's Northern California has a 4 times tier credit multiplier. March 30th to April 5th, Caesars Virginia has a 10 times tier credit multiplier event. And from March 30th to April 5th, in Vegas, you can attend another 5 times tier credit multiplier event. April 1st, Harrah's Northern California has another 10 times tier credit event. But this is the one that started in March on the 23rd. So if you couldn't attend in March and just have April 1st to go attend that one. April 1st to 5th, Caesars Virginia is offering 10 times tier credit. This is the one that started on March 30th. But if you couldn't attend at the end of March and had to wait till April, you got these days. Vegas, there's a 5 times tier event from April 1st to April 5th. Again, that started March 30th. April 1st to April 6th at Caesars Windsor, you can earn 5 times tier credits. April 3rd to the 9th, you can get 5 times tier credits at Caesars New Orleans and Horseshoe Tunica. But Those same dates, April 3rd to 9th, Horseshoe Lake Charles has a 10 times tier credit multiplier. April 25th, Harrah's has another progressive tier multiplier. It's 5 times this month. Now for May 8th, 10th in Laughlin, there is a 2 times tier credit multiplier. May 19th in Tahoe, Lake Tahoe, for those of you not from California, there's a 10 times tier credit event multiplier event. May 25th to May 30th, you can attend a 10 times tier credit event in Vegas, but remember, this is the invite only one, so if you didn't get an invite, you might not get the 10 times tier credits. Check your email, check your mail, check your app. But if you're already going to be in Vegas, gamble anyway, swipe your card, maybe you'll get lucky. Realistically, don't expect to get it. If you get it, it'd be a great bonus. May 30th, Harrah's Northern California has a 6 times tier credit multiplier. This is still part of that every Saturday promo they started. It's a progressive tier multiplier because it's based on how many guests participate, and there's a maximum amount of tier credits you can earn. Every month it's multiplied by 1. June 8th to the 15th, Reno Row is offering 5 times tier credits. June 14th to 16th, you can earn 5 times tier credits at Harrah's Cherokee and Harrah's Valley River. June 22nd to 29th, Vegas has another 5 times tier credit multiplier at all Vegas resorts, Caesars resorts. June 27th, Harrah's Northern California. I'm going to call this Super Saturday, 7 times progressive tier credit multiplier. July 22nd to 24th, you can earn 5 times tier credits at Harrah's Cherokee and Harrah's Valley River. And on July 25th, Harrah's Northern California is back with the progressive tier multiplier. This month it's 8 times. August 21st to 27th, Reno Row has a 10 times tier credit multiplier. As far as I know, that's not invitation only. I think it's open to everybody. August 29th, Harrah's Northern California. The progressive tier multiplier for that Saturday is now 9 times. The end of August and beginning of September, you usually see a 5 times tier credit multiplier in Las Vegas at all Caesars locations, and usually most other locations because it's a Labor Day 5 times tier event. But be sure to check your local to make sure they're offering the 5 times. If not, maybe head to Vegas. September 26th to 29th. Harrah's Cherokee and Harrah's Valley River offer 5 times tier credits. On September 29th, the progressive tier credit multiplier at Harrah's Northern California is now 10 times. October 22nd to 26th, Reno Row, you'll get 5 times tier credit multipliers. And October 31st on Halloween, the progressive tier multiplier at Harrah's Northern California is now 11 times. November 16th to 22nd, Reno Row has another 10 times tier credit multiplier. November 28th, Harrah's Northern California, the progressive tier multiplier is now 12 times. Mid-November, around Thanksgiving, there's the annual 5 times tier credit multiplier event in Vegas, and usually most other Caesars locations, but be sure to check. In December 21st to 26th, head out to Reno for another 5 times tier credit multiplier. And December 26th, the last day of Harrah's progressive multiplier, it's now up to 13 times tier credits. December 27th to 29th, there's a 5 times tier credit multiplier at Harrah's Cherokee and Harrah's Valley River. Late December around Christmas, there's usually a 5 times tier credit multiplier in Late December around Christmas, there's usually a 5 times tier credit multiplier at all Las Vegas Caesars resorts, and usually most other Caesars locations. It's a last push, so be sure to get those. If you need more tier credits, go for it then. Be sure to scan that QR code to download the entire list of 2026 5 times tier multiplier dates and the occasional 10 times tier credit event multiplier dates. Now, if you can't scan the code, or if it's not working, there's a link in the description box below. Now let's get real and be honest for a sec. Yes, attending a 5 times tier multiplier event or even a 10 times tier multiplier event is one of the fastest ways to earn Caesars Diamond, but it's not free. You're trading your time and some level of gambling risk for high value perks. For some people, those perks are totally worth it. For others, maybe not. You need to do the math. The smart move is to decide before you start what your limit is and stick to it. Here's the bottom line. If you time it right, if you understand the math, and if you play strategically, earning Caesars Diamond status in a single day is not just possible, it's totally achievable. And once you have it, the perks easily outweigh the cost. If you want a step-by-step breakdown of exactly how much bankroll you need and the safest way to execute this strategy, comment bankroll. If enough folks are interested, I'll publish a video showing you exactly how to do it. Until then, check out this video on how to get Caesars Diamond status without gambling. Are you going to try to earn Caesars Diamond in a day? Or have you already done it? What were your results? Let me know in the comments. And remember, scan the QR code, download the entire list of 2026 tier multiplier dates. Check out this other video and check out this Caesars Rewards playlist. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.